Conspiracy, blackmail, murder. These aren't the words that come to mind when you click on something called the Big Dick Podcast. But that is exactly what two innocent Mississippi men found. The story you're about to hear is entirely true.
Evidence can be planted, okay? All of it.
Do you know who I am? I don't want to hear it.
Are you trying to die too?
They threatened my life. They threatened my family.
Police are suspecting foul play in the apparent loss of a penis transplant last Thursday.
Security, I need your help.
Anna! Oh my god, this can't be happening. Oh my god.
Public American Radio presents The Big Dick Investigation. This isn't a podcast. Well, it is, but it's a podcast about the making of a podcast. A podcast that would never actually come to be.
The Big Dick Podcast was just a project for me and my friend. And we thought it was funny.
That is Nick the Dick Washington.
Fuck it, right? Everyone had a podcast and we figured we'd throw our hats into the ring. You know, what's the worst that could happen? Fuck it. And those words should be on my tombstone.
Nick is a small-town guy and self-proclaimed comedian. He had stardom in his eyes when he decided to start a podcast.
Yeah, I look up to people like Mayron, Joe Rogan, and Alex Jones.
Alex Jones, like the InfoWars guy?
Yeah, he's a great comedian. The shit he says is hilarious.
I don't think it's supposed to be.
Wait, really?
Yeah, unfortunately,
Really?
I think he's dead serious.
Oh.
By day, Nick is a convenience store clerk. And by night, well, he's also a convenience store clerk because he mostly works nights.
I don't know, the podcast was way out of my boring ass life. I thought if I just get enough people to listen, I could shake things up.
Nick was determined to live among his heroes in the podcast annals of history, but he needed a hook. Something that would grab listeners right off the bat.
After a few conversations, we landed on the Big Dick Podcast.
And what does that mean?
We wanted to find the person with the biggest penis in my small town. Then, county, state, and eventually, the world.
The world, wow. I mean, that's a big undertaking to say the least. Why do that?
Tommy thought he had the biggest one, and I wanted to prove him wrong.
You've probably noticed that Nick has been using the word we when referring to his podcast. Well, that's because he didn't start it alone.
Welcome to the first ever recording of the Big Dick Podcast. I'm your host, Nick the Dick. And next to me is the legend himself,
Tommy Tickler.
You're really going with Tickler.
What's wrong with it?
It's a creepy name. Unlike Nick the Dick.
Tickler's my real name. Do we have to start the podcast like this?
Yeah, bro. You're the one who said Tickler.
Tommy and Nick were best friends. They grew up together in southern Mississippi after bonding over a love of the 2001 Brendan Fraser film Monkey Bone. The film received 19% on Rotten Tomatoes, one critic describing it as a bundle of chaotic energy signifying nothing.
Bone.
So what was Tommy like?
Tommy was the type of guy who would take his pants off in the middle of church.
He would actually do that?
No. He's the type of guy who would do that, you know?
I don't know. What is a type of guy who would do that?
Oh, God. Okay, you don't get it. He was a sex offender, okay?
Oh, okay.
Hey, when you have a hog like Tommy's, you can't keep it in your pants.
Ooh, I like fucking eating chicken wings with my fucking titties. Oh, chicken titties.
Okay. All right. Tommy.
Yes,
Let's get to the subject at hand, okay?
dicks. I have the biggest.
I got the numbers right here.
Read 'em out.
I measured myself.
He was incredibly thorough while measuring my penis.
Did you really measure his, dong?
Oh, yeah. I had to. I measured all 36 guests that came on the podcast.
Like all in a row, or?
Yep. 36 large ding-dongs until... Sorry. This is hard. Holy shit. 13 inches, dude?
Hey. Listen, dude. Tina Smith says it's the biggest in Biloxi. By far. Just saying.
And she would know.
Tommy was found dead in his apartment in March of 2018. Autoerotic asphyxiation is the official cause of death, but Nick has other ideas.
Tommy doesn't do that. He would never, okay? He wouldn't even have to jerk off. He can go pull any guy, girl, or otherwise in 2 seconds, all right? He didn't dig the choking thing.
Hey, I'm just saying that all of the evidence here, it points to,
Evidence can be planted, okay? All of it. A setup to hide his murder from the PPE.
The what? There was a long pause after I asked this. Long enough for me to check my email. Nick changed after this.
Stop. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to keep bothering you.
Nick, hold on. Wait. At this point, Nick doesn't want to talk anymore and walks away. But I wasn't satisfied, so I followed him. I followed him to a liquor store where I saw him purchase 3 Fagos and a 5th of Jack. He drank it all in a back alleyway, and he seemed to want to talk again after that.
Hey, you. Yeah, I remember you. Mm-hmm.
Nick? Okay.
I remember
okay.
you.
Hey, bud, I think you might be a little drunk. Maybe we should get you some water?
You want to know what the PPP is, huh? The Little Dick Society.
Yeah? No?
Huh?
Okay.
The tiny little penises run the planet. Those sour little dickhead asshole fucks.
Nick was handling the loss of his best friend in self-destructive ways. After our meeting, I followed him again. This time, I followed him to a local arcade where he picked a fight with anyone who tried to play Time Crisis.
Hey, what are you just stupid? Get off here, you know? What? Oh, what's wrong, huh? Huh? You think I won't hit some little kid, huh? You think I won't hit a little kid?
After several nights of unhinged behavior, ending in Nick's overnight incarceration for failure to yield to a stop sign while driving a Zamboni, eventually he sobered up and agreed to sit down with me to explain the theory on his friend's death.
The phallic protectorate.
And who are they?
The easiest way to describe them, they're like the Illuminati for penises.
The words phallic protectores eius literally translates to the penis protectors in Latin.
They threatened my life. They threatened my family, you know? There were some days I thought I would wake up with a severed penis.
Like in your bed, like The Godfather? I'm sorry, you have to excuse my reluctance. I just,
I know this sounds crazy, but please, just let me show you. Episode 24 of the Big Dick Podcast is the starting point.
Nick was adamant I listen. He sent me every episode they recorded. All 36 unreleased episodes.
Okay, here we go. Welcome back to the Big Dick Podcast. I'm your host, Nick the Dick, and next to me is the legend himself.
Tommy Tickler.
Still sticking with that name, huh? 24 episodes in.
Hey, bud. Listen, who's the one with the 13-inch dong, huh?
Yet to be beat. Yet. Okay?
3 states, bro. The biggest hog. in 3 states.
And how does it feel?
Honestly, kind of feels like I can be the president one day.
You really could have been the president.
Which part did you want me to hear?
It's the guest. Tim Blake Nelson.
The actor? From, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yeah. He's got a huge dong.
My hog has actually been a hindrance in my career overall.
Really?
Some studio executives get a little jealous, I think. I was supposed to have the Leo role in Titanic, but someone shot it down.
Wait. How do they know you have a big dick?
Some of the executives are PPE, you know?
PP what?
What's the PPE?
Oh, could we actually edit that out? We can talk more off mic.
Yeah, you know. Tim seemed a bit shaken when he told us off mic. Yeah, he was adamant that we cut that from the podcast.
Tim Blake Nelson told Tommy and Nick about the large phallic list.
It was a program introduced after World War II. The PPE wanted to keep track of the men with the largest dongs so that they could be controlled and taken out if needed.
But why would they need to do that?
Don't you get it? Little dick men fear they will lose their power.
And what power do little dick men have?
Have you looked at the Senate? You think any of those guys are packing?
Yeah, I mean, probably not. But why a list of big dick men?
If you don't keep that big dick energy in check, it can spread. Do you know what that could do? Big dick energy could bring down the system as we know it. Okay, Matrix style shit. I don't know.
I left my meeting with Nick feeling sorry for him. It can be tough to deal with the untimely death of a best friend. That pain can manifest in many ways. And I could tell this big dick conspiracy theory is something he has grabbed onto in search of some kind of meaning. I was ready to drop this story. It seemed like a waste of time. I woke up the next morning to this news.
We are getting breaking news into the newsroom. At least one person is dead after a 3-car collision near D'Iberville. This is a developing story, and police are still on scene. Traffic is sure to be backed
Nick
up for miles.
the
on
Dick
Interstate
Washington
10.
was the only driver killed in a 3-car crash. Toxicity reports say that Nick was stone cold sober. But something didn't sit right with me about Nick's death. It was something he said. So, we are about to get into some pretty tough territory about Tommy. Would you like a drink, maybe a beer?
I've been drinking since noon.
Oh, okay. You must be pretty buzzed, huh?
Honey. I'm always drunk. Even when I drive.
Coming up on the Big Dick Investigation. Hi there. My name is Maya Scruggs with PAR.
Look, lady, I am Tim Blake Nelson's manager. I'm a busy guy.
Hello and welcome to the Best Actors with Sexy Eyes podcast.
It's true. And they know what can happen if big dick energy spreads.
3 in the morning and I just got a dick pic to my phone.